Hi there, welcome to my channel. I am going to do another drawing for my poker prediction experiment today. In the background there you can see I have a spreadsheet up on the screen. That's where I'm keeping track of these drawings and compiling some data. Trying to see if we can, excuse me, have a little frog in my throat. Trying to see if we can draw an accurate prediction more often than probability would expect the card to appear in the hand. So I'm going to ask the deck what card we will see in a poker hand, in play in a poker hand, and shuffle, deal, and then we're going to run the search that I ask the deck about on YouTube, watch the video, and find out if the card actually appears. So, without further ado, awesome deck, show us one card that will appear in play when we search for funny poker hands on YouTube. What is one card that will be in play in the first poker hand on the first poker video when we search for funny poker hands on YouTube? Show us one card that will be in play in that hand. All right, 3 of spades. Today we are looking for harsh truth. So let's run the search on YouTube. Funny poker hands. And we are going to go for this one, the most chaotic poker hands in World Series of Poker history, and see what we get. Okay, skip right in the action. Oh. That's not the action, that's an intro. So let's see what we're gonna get in the first poker hand on this video. Is it all just crazy highlights? Sorry, I hate using too much of people's sound here, so I am delaying, hoping it's gonna slow down and be very obvious.
Could use some luck here.
Looks like here we are.
Beth Shack.
We have
one
the
ace. She's got luck. She got pocket aces.
King of Judgment and King of Loyalty.
Doesn't bode well for Brett.
Beth's trying to figure out how much.
Sorry, King of Judgment, King of Loyalty.
She likes to go all in with ace queen.
Versus, I don't know, some ace.
I'm all in.
Apparently.
She goes
oh, refuge and opportunity.
All in.
She feels very
Now to
safe
Phil,
about
who
this
has the other
opportunity.
two
Oh my
aces.
goodness.
All in.
What are the odds of that? So he has the end in a new beginning, one of the cards that I like to track because I feel it coincides with all ins at an interesting frequency, although that's what I'm trying to prove. Oh, I see I'm giving a nice little reflection in the video today. Sorry about that. I use this setup just for honesty and authenticity because I want you to see the full process happening and know that I'm not monkeying with anything. So anyhow, continuing on, he's got the Ace of Spades and the Ace of Clubs. Initiative is the Ace of Clubs, the end and a new beginning, as in a complete turnaround, a complete change. Yeah, and the Ace of Clubs is the spark, like the first spark, primal spark that started the flame that went through the entire world. Each of the aces represents one of the 4 elements according to Playing Cards Tarot, and the Ace of Spades is air, Ace of Clubs is fire, Ace of Hearts is water, and Ace of Diamonds is earth. So this also puts another question that I have done in some of my other videos in front of us, which is, can a supposedly equal pocket pair beat the other pocket pair? How often does that happen? And if it is red versus black, does that make one of them luckier than the other? I did do some intuition tests on my channel, which have some fun songs for you to listen to, where I dealt out red versus black hands to test whether or not one is luckier than the other. And I'm going to do some new ones coming up that are similar but different. So stay tuned for that. Excuse me while I adjust this just a second. I do have my lovely artist mess there in the background, which you're welcome to stare at sometime, but it's just not as exciting as being able to see the whole screen. So, judgment and loyalty versus refuge, opportunity, the end in a new beginning, and initiative. So, do I think the aces could beat the other aces? Do I think the kings could beat the aces? I personally think judgment and loyalty is saying, think very carefully about whether or not you want to remain loyal to this hand. The King of Judgment is the one that represents the scales of judgment, wisdom, logic versus intuition, etc. And in this case, I think this course of action that has occurred after him, with the raise and re-raise all in by Helmuth, is telling him not to remain loyal to the hand. So whether or not he folds, I don't know, because the King of Judgment can also indicate that your judgment is a little bit off. So obviously, statistically speaking, many people will want to stay in the hand with pocket kings no matter what. So he may very well do that. But do I think the red aces could beat the black aces? Interestingly enough, I actually, gut feeling, want to say the black aces could win in this opportunity. And not just because we drew the harsh truth and are looking for this card to show up, which, if there were a bunch of other spades, would lead to Helmuth getting a flush. That's basically what I'm predicting will happen. It's the only way that one can beat the other. And in this case, I also think that's what these cards are saying. The two red aces say, take refuge in this opportunity. So refuge is a safe place. It's the place you want to go to hide out. So yes, it could mean taking refuge in the strength of your hand. She has the best starting hand possible. However, in rare instances, it can mean, actually, I won't say in rare instances. I often feel in the case of the two red aces that it's saying to slow play them, because you might gain more information, or you might get the right person into the pot that you want to be into the hand with. And if she had taken refuge and simply called Richie, then she might have gained more information by knowing that Helmuth was probably willing to go all in anyways, and then she would know whether or not Richie wants to call before she makes her call with the aces. I've only seen pocket aces folded maybe once, so I highly doubt that she would fold them, even though I do think that that's possibly what the cards are trying to tell her. So, since I have now rambled for almost 10 minutes, let's go ahead and watch some more of this hand.
He moves all in.
Both pocket aces all in.
Three other players back. Action back to Brett Ritchie now with pocket kings.
I'm gonna chop up my poor little boy.
1/4 second it caught. The minute she said all in, quarter second I was all in.
Yeah.
1/4 of a second.
So 1/4 of a second.
1/4 of a second.
1/4 of a second.
Count her chips on.
Action is still to Brett Ritchie to decide.
I agree with that 1/4 of a second. She's decided.
That's wrong.
She's taken refuge in a different way than what I was saying she should, but she is feeling very confident in her hand. Yep, he's all in too. So, let's see if I'm right about the
Brett Ritchie was
harsh
deciding for
truth.
his tournament life right there, and the poker brat was grandstanding, and Beth Shack was out of order too, singing "I Got It." Everybody's out of order.
Yeah.
It is 10.
Oh, 2 spades and the 3 of proof. Ooh, excuse me while I pause there for a second. He's saying everybody, the announcer mentioned that everyone is grandstanding. Yeah, that is not a good sign with the King of Judgment out there. Grandstanding is getting a little too cocky about the strength of your hand. And although Richie wasn't doing it, both of them were. Shaq, even more so than Helmuth, even though it is very much in Helmuth's personality. And so the reason why I pause it here with the 3 of proof has a little to do with the 10 of spades as well. So I will start with the 10 of spades. This is the unavoidable barrier, another card that I look for and track in my research. Another one that I also feel shows up quite often when there are all-ins. And this is the 7 of persistence. So it's saying that an all-in should persist. Obviously, we have 3 all-ins, so that might seem like a dumb thing to point out. However, the 3 of proof means that proof has shown up in writing. Playing cards are something in writing, especially when you're looking at the one with words on it. And I'm looking for the 3 of spades. I predicted we will get the flush, and we have the proof. So maybe that makes sense to you, maybe not. Leave me a comment, let me know. Let's continue.
Would launch himself into orbit.
He has the ace of spades, of course. Richie still looking for one of the 2 kings. Turn card now. 8 of clubs.
Oh, no more
Well,
flush possibility.
Gonna have a
I
split
guess
pot
I'm
here, and that would
wrong.
eliminate Brett Ritchie.
That's the 8
Brett
of
will
piece of
need
mind.
a king and a king only, or he is wamboozled.
River card. 4 of
Oh, 4 of
The odds of
clubs.
2 players having aces.
All right, so once again, we did not get the card I am looking for. It's a bit of harsh truth for me. Maybe you think it's a message for me to let well enough alone, but surprise, I'm going to do another drawing because that's actually the kind of girl I am. And while I log this onto the spreadsheet, I am going to go ahead and point out that the odds that a single card will show up in a 2-person hand are 17.5%. The odds that the card that we're looking for will show up simply because of random chance are 17.5%. So if it shows up quite more often than that, I have calculated it, but I'm going to leave it vague at the moment. It shows up more often than that, then we have something statistically significant, something that says I might be onto something. And even at the rate that it has shown up now, which is only 3 out of 8 times that I've done this drawing, we're still at 27%. I do believe it is twice that there have been 3 players in the hand, so that changes the odds a little bit, and I will factor that in the long run. But for now, I'm still okay with where we're at, and I'm going to do another drawing because I'm all about gathering this data as quick as I can and making it, 50 or 100 drawings before we say that we have any clue what is happening here. So, awesome deck. Please show us one card that will be in play in the first poker hand on the first poker video that shows up when we search for World Series of Poker hands. Show us one card that will be in play when we search for World Series of Poker hands on YouTube. First poker video, first poker hand, one card that will be in play. Okay, we have the 6 of prosperity and support. Rome was not built in a day, which means that type of prosperity takes hard work to build. So, set the deck aside, put that there, and let us search for World Series of Poker hands. Boop. Keep setting this on top of my return key. All right, first poker video. Oh, well, I think I saw it there.
Showdown here. What
Let's see if it actually is the first hand.
I think it's gonna be like 8,600, something like
So I've
that.
had that happen to me before.
Interesting. Pretty small, considering their stack sizes.
Initiative and loyalty.
Does put Cho in an interesting
He is
spot,
being
because she
loyal
thought she went
to
for
his
the
hand.
monster, and now look at the action.
She has exciting challenge and unexpected good news, as in her hand looks really good, but might not be as good as she thinks. But that could be true of her opponents. Hard to know, very hard to fold. I don't love this suited ace-jack of spades. Pause here for a second. He has the end and a new beginning and duplicity. As in, if somebody goes all in, he should be very worried. And I'm talking about Palmer down here. Waxman has initiative and loyalty. So, again, with the frog in my throat, he definitely played his hand the way that the cards would indicate. He is being loyal and taking initiative. As I said previously, the clubs represent the fire element, and so he is being the first spark, setting the action, getting the action going, and that's what his cards indicate. I don't have a great feeling about these pocket tens, so if I was going to make any prediction right now, I would say I'm feeling like the aces are going to see an ace, and that the ace king is going to win. So let's see what happens.
I mean, he's going to be in trouble in a lot of ace-high boards and jack-high boards, but just one of those things.
Ooh, Jack. Way to show me wrong there. Sort of. I had a good feeling about the clubs, and there are 2 clubs out there. But at the moment, Palmer has flopped the top pair. And he is ahead of the tens that I had the bad feeling about. So on the flop, we have pomposity, effort and capability, and respect. So it's possible that Waxman is going to make a somewhat pompous bet, or what seems like a pompous bet considering he has top pair, but could get the other club here in just a minute, because this is the 4 of effort and capability, as in he who puts out the effort and makes the bet that could feel duplicitous, even possibly going all in, as I said, would be a bad sign for this hand. He might triumph. So, let's see.
Flop top pair here and he's in prime position. Oh, actually, the clubs.
The clubs.
The ace king of clubs. Oh, we're looking at a big complication here.
Yes, big complication, quite possible. Exactly my thoughts.
Has Palmer to worry about behind her as well. Tens shrinking a little bit.
Oh, she makes the call. Not the greatest idea. Unexpected good news for someone coming up.
Yeah, he's tossing in the muck. Wow.
Oh, good for him.
Ace Jack, top two pair, or sorry, top pair, top kicker.
I did not see that coming. He showed respect. Very interesting. 7 of betrayal. Still no 6 of prosperity in sight anywhere.
12.5 he's going to go with. Little 1/3 sizing, 35%.
He is now trying to betray her, act like he has the jack.
Given the dynamic we just explained, she also has to give Waxman a pretty tight range.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Waxman here.
Or he could be playing that he has pocket aces, pocket kings, pocket queens,
It did look like a call.
pocket 5s, pocket 4s.
Oh, wow.
I think
Oh.
she might have sniffed out that Waxman was a little bit hesitant there to bet.
Wow.
It's kind of crazy because this hand is nuts, but Art and Show, at the end of the day, still has the best hand here.
Yeah. Okay, so I have predicted everything incorrectly. But sometimes, well, all the time, the cards have multiple interpretations. So what has happened here also does fit the cards. He took the initiative and is being loyal to his hand. He's trying to get respect. He's trying to betray her. And as they said, she just sniffed it out. She saw that it was just an exciting challenge and is looking for some somewhat unexpected good news, because with these cards already out there and with the way that he's bet, he should have a better hand than he actually does. So that would be, in a way, unexpected.
Yeah, no, she does. I mean, she sussed out.
What would really be unexpected is if he calls her
tough hand where she had to do a lot
and
of
gets
hand
the
reading.
club.
Got the best hand to fold on the flop. Think about it. Ace Jack
That
on
would be the
flop.
most
Now we
pompous
have
thing to
Art
do.
and Show
So
putting the pressure on Waxman. So I mean, man, if she keeps playing like that, she's going to be an interesting watch for this main event.
not loyal to the hand at this point. Does she show it? No. Well, again, no 6 of prosperity, so no support for me, at least not today. However, I'm going to keep doing these drawings, and well, let's just see. I believe we're still around statistical even. Oh, we're still above statistics. We are at 25% of the time, even with this bad run here of not making it. If you watch the beginning, we were at like a 50-50 percentage there at the start. So perhaps we're going to get back there. We'll see. If you enjoyed this video, please do press like and subscribe, and keep an eye out for my next scheduled live. I don't have an exact time that I go live at the moment due to my fluctuating schedule, but I do try to post the time in advance so you can look for it and tune in. Thanks so much for watching, and have an awesome day.